What's up, everyone? It's Trey, aka the Amazon GOAT. And sourcing profitable products to resell on Amazon is the most difficult part of running a successful Amazon FBA business, but it's also what keeps the lights on and makes you the money. You may hear a bunch of people say, get a sourcing software like Nepeto, Tactical Arbitrage, or Arbisource, and that's going to solve all of your sourcing problems. Unfortunately, that's just not the case for most people. And in my opinion, there's much better ways to find profitable products to resell on Amazon. And in today's video, we're going to go over 3 different methods you can start using today in order to reach your first 6 figures with Amazon FBA. Make sure to watch this video until the very end for a special surprise. And if you find this video helpful and you want to see more videos just like this one, make sure to like, comment, and hit that subscribe button. But let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into the video. What's up, everybody? It's the Amazon GOAT, and as I just mentioned, today we're going to be going over 3 of the main sourcing methods to finding profitable products to resell on Amazon. So I don't like to, keep things fluffy. I like to just get right into it. So let's get into it. First up, we got manual sourcing. This is one of the top ways that you can go about finding profitable products to resell on Amazon, but it is one of the most time consuming, right? So you have to put the work in and put the time and effort into manual sourcing in order to become good at manual sourcing. It's not something that you can just start out and automatically be good at, right? Nobody was able to get to a point of being able to find profitable products consistently and easily without putting that time and effort into sourcing. So let's just go over what manual sourcing really looks like and what it is. But as in the title of the name of the method, you're literally manually sourcing. You're doing everything yourself. And we're going to take Kohl's.com, for example, today, where we're going to start manual sourcing. So I'm not going to spend too much time doing it, but I just want to give you all an overall, perspective on how to go about manual sourcing yourself. So Kohl's, we got Kohl's.com right here. It looks like I'm signed in, maybe. Yeah, it looks like I'm signed in, but doesn't matter. So with manual sourcing, a lot of times you'll hear people say, you know, uh, automatically just go into the sale or clearance section and start manual sourcing from there. Again, if you're just starting out, this is probably a good method to start out with. But as you source and find products on a website like Kohl's.com, manual sourcing will sort of look a little bit different. Maybe it's a brand or a specific brand of products that you like shopping for at Kohl's. Manual sourcing would look like just entering in the brand. Let's take Kickerland for example. If it was Kickerland, we would just do a brand search for Kickerland and look for products that way. Um, but if you haven't shopped at Kohl's before and done any online sourcing here, one way you can start out your sourcing session is just going straight to the sale and clearance section. So right here, we got a list of 50,347 products. So again, it takes time and effort. Obviously, the more you source, you'll be able to already know what to sort of look for in a product. So one thing that we can do if we're just starting out is we can sort by the price low to high, right? And sort of go through here. When you are manual sourcing, you don't want to literally search up 50,347 products. You sort of want to go through this results page and look for products that would seem like it would work to sell on Amazon. Also, looking at the price of the product and asking yourself, is this a product that I think would sell on Amazon for at least 2 to 3 times what I'm paying for it? So, again, you sort of just want to have that sort of mindset while you are manual sourcing. Um, like these products that we're seeing right here that are $1.59, $1.19, they're Card Factory Christmas cards, right? We're not going to be able to, find these products profitably on Amazon, right? So you really just want to skip the products that you couldn't see, selling that well. And you want to find the products and open up the products that you think could have potential. So right here we got this St. Nicholas faux fur knit mini Christmas stocking, right? So manual sourcing is literally just doing this. It's copying and pasting the title into Amazon, right? We're looking for this product and we're looking for the exact product on Amazon. So when we do that, we get, a list of results on Amazon that we're able to sort of pick through and see, if there's a match, right? So I see this H stocking is going for $1.67. It's on clearance, and we can use an extra 20% off with this Decor 20 code, right? And get the product down for $1.67. So when I'm on Amazon.com looking for, the specific product, I just want to look for the match, right? I just want to look for the match. And if I'm going through these results and I don't see a match, it looks like we got the H right here, but it's a different color. If I, don't see the product, there's no point in, trying to force yourself to find it. Like there's many products, a lot of potential out there. You don't want to just get stuck on product to product. So what I do see is this one right here is selling for 16.99. The sales rank is at 3 million. The extension that I'm using that's allowing me to see the sales rank and the ASIN of the product right here, it's called DS Amazon Quick View, right? And it's a free Chrome extension. If you don't have this, you can, download it to Chrome and make sure it's, on. And whenever you're doing manual sourcing, it'll be good to be able to see the sales rank of a product, the ASIN of it, how much it's selling for, and that type of information, right on the Amazon results, because all of these products have sales ranks that are extremely too high. They're probably not selling too well right now. This is a Christmas product, so of course, we've already passed Christmas. It's February 6th. So, maybe this is a product that I add to a list, right? That um is, a seasonal products list, right? Or a spreadsheet. Add that ASIN. If I find something at Kohl's that, is an actual match on Amazon, cool. I can add that ASIN to the seasonal list. But basically, you just want to go through these results, and again, you're basically just looking for products that you might think can sell well on Amazon and for at least 2 to 3 times the prices that you're seeing at Kohl's.com. So a lot of this cheap stuff, that's $2 and less, probably isn't the greatest to be looking at and searching for. So what we can do is let's see if I can go to, oh, we see some colored pencils, Crayola. This is a great seasonal product. If you have any experience, going through a back to school season, you'll see this and, sort of laugh and think back to that last back to school season. Is totally insane the types of products that you can sell that people are buying at, all-time highs. These color pencils are one of the products that, sell really well. It's $2.62 price is a little too high though. I know like Target, Walmart probably sell them for a lot less. So, um, there's a ton of different pages, and obviously we're not going to, sort of look through all of these, but I sort of wanted to give you all an example of what you can do. You don't necessarily have to do price low to high. You can do best sellers, right? Sort by the best sellers and sort of go this way, right? So now we see this Cuddle Duds as like the one of the top sellers on Kohl's. You'll be surprised how many people resell products on Amazon. So, seeing that this is the best seller on Kohl's.com, there's so many resellers out here that use Kohl's as a supplier. If it's one of the best sellers, it's more than likely that, people are buying large quantities of these products, and some are to, resell on Amazon profitably. So, let's see if we see anything with Cuddle Duds. All right, so it doesn't look like anything's popping up for Cuddle Duds. So we would just move on. We can definitely look this up. I'm sure that it's selling on Amazon. Bam, is that in there? All right. So we're looking for. I'm just gonna pull this listing up. It's the 237 New Balances for women's, and we see right here 237 version 1 classics, sales rank of 2,225. There's one FBA seller that's selling this specific variation. But let's pull this up and see if we can find what we're looking for. All right, so this is the copper, right? The copper color. This is the copper color on Amazon, right? So this is the match right here. And let's see what sizes they have. They have fives all the way up to about let's see, all the way up to a 12, right? 5 to a 12. Some of them are out of stock. So it's definitely about figuring out which sizes are in stock and going from there. Let's see, size 7. And it looks like a lot of these are out of stock. Size 8. All right, cool. Size 8 is in stock, right? So let's see what the size 8 is talking about. Size 8 copper. All right, bam. See that the lowest price right now, I'm on Seller Amp right now. The lowest price is 65.62. Right, so I'm going to plug in 65.62. We are getting this product for 55.97 right here. It's on sale. 55.97. Bam. Where if we bought this shoe for $55.97, sold it for 65.62, we actually be losing money on this sale. So there are other ways that you can get this product cost down from $55.97 to a price that, might be competitive with where it's selling at right now. That process and those methods are going to be for a different video. But again, this is what manual sourcing is. It's literally just going through these results and, maybe finding a specific brand like New Balance, or, finding Adidas, all of these bigger brands. If it's a brand that you've heard of, always just double check to see if it's a product that's listed on Amazon as well. And, it's time consuming. This is the most time consuming method of sourcing that's out there. So again, it's a whole bunch of copying and pasting and, trying to find the listing
that matches what you're looking for at the website you're looking for. So that is manual sourcing. Again, the more you do manual source, the more you're going to find, and the more you're going to be able to figure out specific brands to always be looking for on a website like Kohl's, specific categories of products that you can always be on the lookout at a website like Kohl's. So again, that's manual sourcing. That's the first method. I don't necessarily recommend doing manual sourcing if you're a complete beginner because it's going to be a lot, there's going to be a lot of time and effort put into it. And if you just don't have any experience sourcing just yet, I think there's a couple other methods that you can do in order to source and find profitable products a lot easier. And let's go into that next way of sourcing. So the second way of sourcing is going to be Keepa Product Finder, right? You might have heard it, called, KPF, right? Or heard KPF searches and stuff like that. Keepa Product Finder is probably my favorite way of sourcing. It is the holy grail. It's one of my, uh, most consistent methods that I use to source, and it's available to anyone who has a $20 a month Keepa subscription. That's all you need, right? To be able to source using Keepa and, be able to find profitable products consistently. So right now we're at Keepa.com. I just went into the data tab. And then right here, the first tab under it is Product Finder. And right here, we see a bunch of different boxes and a whole bunch of, information we can plug in and stuff like that. Maybe I'll make a video of, just a KPF tutorial and like what to really be looking for. But I sort of want to take you through a KPF search just real quick, and just to give you a gist of how to go about using KPF yourself. So right here, first up, we got the sales rank filter, right? So as you all know, if you sell on Amazon, you're thinking about selling on Amazon, the sales rank of a product is super important. Uh, as for or as to the demand and how much people are actually buying the product, right? So the lower the sales rank, the better. The more demand the product is in, and the faster it usually sells. Now, sales rank and just thinking about the sales rank entirely is not going to be one size fits all. There's products out there that have 150K rank in the in the health and household category that might sell faster than a product that is 100K rank in the clothing and shoes category. So it's not one size fits all, but a majority of your products you're going to want to have a low sales rank. I sort of recommend 100K or less if you're just starting out. But again, test different products with different sales ranks to see, what types of products will still sell well even if the rank is super high. But one thing we can do in order to find products that uh, only fit in the ranges we're looking for is to just throw in a sales rank filter, right? So right here we have the current sales rank. We can do 0 to um, let's just do 150,000, right? Actually, I just said, for beginners, you want 100,000. Again, there's going to be products that you might find that are nice and profitable that move well that are 150,000. But for this example, we're going to be finding the products that just are highly in demand, right? So sales rank, we're going to put 0 to 100,000. And as you all will see, this number is going to get lower and lower depending on the filters that you plug in, right? You can make a KPF search as specific as you want to the results that pop up when you press this find products. The goal of KPF is to get this number down to a reasonable number. I really like the number of products to be like within 100 to about 750, because those are manageable list of products that we can go through. If you do a KPF search, and let's say that you only put in the sales rank filter of 0 to 100,000, we see that there's 17 million products, almost 18 million products that fit that fit that category, and fit those filters that we put in 0 to 100,000. So obviously, pressing find products and going through a list of 18 million products, there's no way we can do that. There's, no amount of time. So we have to plug in more filters that are going to get this number down to a more manageable amount, right? So another filter that I like using is the Amazon out of stock. Uh, a majority of the products you're going to sell profitably will not have Amazon in stock and selling that same product. Especially if you're just starting out, if you see Amazon on a listing, stay away from it, or stay away from that product, and trying to sell that product. But as you get more experience, you will be able to come across listings and products that Amazon might be selling at the time, but maybe they're not getting the buy box, right? Maybe third party sellers like me and you are able to still get the buy box, even with Amazon on the listing and selling the product as well. So there's more pieces of data that you have to really look for when you come across a listing that Amazon is on. So with KPF, I mean, I usually start out my sourcing sessions with having Amazon out of stock, right? I don't know if I just froze, but we want Amazon out of stock. So we're going to scroll down. We're not going to worry about any of these filters. As you can see, it dropped to 15.6 million products. But here we can throw some more filters in. So today's example, let's just do Nike, right? So we're going to put clothing, shoes, and jewelry category. Um, as this number is going down, the number of products and the products that will pop up within this, when we click this find products button, it's going to be a list of products that fit all of the filters that we're putting in. So right now there's about 5.7 million products that fit in the clothing, shoes, and jewelry category, that Amazon is out of stock on, and has a sales rank of 0 to 100,000. So as you put in more filters, again, that number should start going down to a more reasonable and manageable number. So again, with Keepa, we can get as specific as we want. So if we're strictly looking for Nike products that also are 0 to 100K rank, that also Amazon is out of stock on, that also is in the clothing and shoes category, we can do that, right? So I'm going to put Nike in, and bam, that brings that number down to 30,877. Right there, we got 30,877 products that are Nike brand, 0 to 100K sales rank, Amazon out of stock on, and fit and fall under the clothing and shoes category. So that's still a big number, right? That's 30,877. So what we can do is add another filter. This is one of my favorite filters to put in, so that we can see products that uh, with all those filters that we've already put in, we can see products that also may have, a specific, piece of data about the product that we're truly looking for. So maybe it's a product that is currently out of stock, right? And we can find this product and bring it back into stock. and be able to price the product, however high or however low we want to. We're going to be the only seller that's selling the product. So this offer count section is going to be super important to allow us to be able to find products that fit whatever we're looking for in terms of the number of sellers that are selling the product. So new offer count, we're going to find ones that are currently out of stock. So I'm going to do a current offer count of 0 to 0, and that brings that number down to 9,705. So it's 9,705 products that currently have no sellers on the listing, that are Nike branded, fall under the clothing and shoes category, 0 to 100K sales rank, and Amazon is out of stock on. One last filter that we're going to put in to get this number down even more is going to be a 30-day average offer count, right? So currently there's 0 to 0 sellers on the listing. There's 0 sellers on the listing. But we can put in a 30-day average, right, of at least 3 sellers. Let's see what that does. Okay, let's that brings it down to 62. Let's see a 30-day average of at least 2 sellers. Bam. All right. So let's go over what filter we just put in. So this means that currently there's 0 sellers on the listing, but the 30-day average offer count is at least 2 sellers on the listing. So within the past 30 days, on average, there's been 2 sellers on the listing, but currently it's sold out. So that not only confirms that we can bring this listing back to life and be the only seller on the listing, it also confirms that there were sellers that were on this listing in the past 30 days, right? If there was a seller that was on the listing in the past 30 days but currently isn't on there, that means 2 things. First is that they probably sold out of the product. That's why they're no longer on the listing. And second, they were able to find the product within the past 30 days, right? So that means that we have more of a chance of finding the product if it was being sold, recently, right? If there was, 0 sellers in the 30-day average, but let's say the 90-day average was 2, actually not even 90-day, let's do 180 days, 2, right? There's, let me X out of that. There's 1,759 products that fit that. But if there was an average of 2 sellers, in the 180-day average, let's say that there was 2 sellers, 5 or 6 months ago. There's no telling whether that product that we're looking for, um, is still easily accessible to us today, right? So that's why we do 30-day, because that's telling us that recently sellers were selling the product, but currently there just are no sellers. So that brings us down to 331. That is, you know, the number that we're truly looking for. It fits in that range. Earlier, I know I said like 100 to 750. That is a good range. Anything less than that is probably going to be too specific and too narrow, and it's not going to bring enough products. Now, if you do a brand search, a specific brand search, and it brings 60, 80 products, that might still be worth going through, especially if it's a brand that you've sold before and has potential. But outside of that, if it's less than that and it's a category or any other filter that you put in, that's probably too narrow of a search. You need to take a filter out to open it up some more. Anything more than 750 is going to be a little too broad. Now, if it's at 1,000, that's not too bad. If it's at 10,000, that's way too many. It's too broad of a search. And there's probably a lot of, products you just want to skip anyways out of that 10,000. So, add a filter so that you can get a search that's a little more specific to what you're looking for. So, bam, let's press find products. Now we're able to see just a perfect list of all of the products that fit all of the filters that we put in. 0 to 100K sales rank, as we're going to see, the sales rank, all of these sales ranks are going to be 100K or less, right? We're not only going to see that, we're going to see no Amazon sellers. Amazon doesn't, sell Nike products anyways, but if this was Adidas, for example, that would be a search that's worth it because I mean a filter that's worth it because Amazon does sell some Adidas products, but Amazon is out of stock on it. Next filter we put in was it falls under the clothing and shoes category. It's Nike branded, and then also what's next? The offer count, right? There's currently no sellers selling this product. So let's just pull this Keepa chart up. Bam! This is a beautiful example of there being no sellers on this listing. Um, but on February 2nd, there was one seller. So that's 4 days ago. And look at where they buy boxed at $80. And that's because they were the only seller, right? In the past, it's been selling at $59.99, $59.48, $60 basically. And then it got to 65. It was up at 80. But I say all that to say, if I find this product is the Nike Club fleece hoodie, black, and let's see what size it is. Data. Let's see what size it is real quick. Black. Uh, okay, the size is 4XL, right? Um, no matter what the size is, always trust the data. Because there's a lot of big people in in the US. I don't mean any disrespect, but for especially like Nike and bigger brands, those bigger sizes, people still buy very much consistently. You got to be thinking, you know, uh, the US overall. There's, people that wear size 4X, right? And they might be shopping on Amazon to look for a product like this. But anyways, the Keepa chart is telling us that bam, the last person that sold this sold out of it and they were able to buy box up here at $79.99. This is the highest price it's been since, the first of the year, basically, and they were able to buy box at $79.99. And then it looks like the buy box went away, but they were still selling it at $79.99. They sold out of it, and now they're no longer on the listing. So if I find this four extra large, Nike hoodie, and I find it for $30, $40, guess how much I'm going to price it at? I'm going to be the only seller on the listing. I already saw that it sold at $79.99. I already saw that there was a seller on this listing February 2nd, February 2nd. And then once we get to February 3rd, there's no sellers on it. There's only one thing that could have happened during that time. They sold out of however many they had in stock. So if I know that I'm going to get on this listing and at least price at $79.99, I'm the only seller. I might even, up it to $84.99. I might start at, $89.99, right? And then drop the price if it's not moving as fast as I want. But um, this list of products is going to be specifically catered to what it is that we're actually looking for. So, KPF again, one of my favorite strategies to finding profitable products consistently because there's always a set of filters that I know I can use. If I want to look for out of stock products, I can do a search like we just did. not only in the clothing and shoes category, but there's a ton of different categories on Amazon, right? If I wanted to look for out of stock grocery products, I could do that. Um, Out of stock, yeah, let me think. What was I about to say? Uh, yeah, I just had a little bit of a brain fart. But regardless, KPF is a method that you should be using consistently because what you look at today in terms of the list of products, what you see today and that's out of stock and fits all those filters, tomorrow, products can get added to the list, they can get subtracted, somebody can hop on one of these listings. But it's different every time you do a search. So that's the good thing about KPF is like, you can get as strict as you want. New products are gonna, pop up you in the filters that you use, and it's something that you can just do on a consistent basis. You can have a starting point to your sourcing sessions and really, open up a product like this and look for other variations and other colors that might be selling well too. So I know this pulled up. It just pulled up 4910, but that's the size small, right? We're trying to sell the 4XL. See that how it's not, highlighted? That's because it's out of stock currently. If you found the 4X and you were looking to resell it, uh, you would just pull this up, data tab, and then you can just find the ASIN that you know that is for the 4X, right? And if this ASIN, if you plug it in and nothing pops up, then you can plug in the UPC, and that should bring up the exact variation, the exact size that you're looking for, size and color, and then go from there. But that's KPF, and yeah, again, one of my favorite methods of sourcing. It's always something you can do, always new filters you can play with, tweak, and do all of that. So the third sourcing method, again, if you are a beginner, I would definitely recommend starting out with KPF and starting out with this third one that we're going to be talking about today, and that's going to be reverse sourcing. You might have heard it, called storefront stalking as well. So, if we are just looking at a product like this, it's the size small, but who cares? We're just using this for example. Um, every single product, if you're using Seller Amp, I mean, I don't know if you're not using Seller Amp, you definitely should be. I don't know where you've been at, as of recently, but this software is going to do all of the profit calculating for you. All you got to do is plug in the price you're getting the product for, how much you plan to sell it, and they're going to show you, the profit margin, the ROI, and the break even price. All for you to be able to see with all the fees included. What you see is what you get with Seller Amp. So definitely, if you don't already have Seller Amp, go out and get it. I might link a Seller Amp link for you to get a free trial and try it out for yourself if you don't already have it. But if you're using Seller Amp, as you should be, if you scroll down on any product, you'll be able to see the list of sellers that are selling the product, right? So all of these sellers have, storefronts and, different products that they're selling. So whenever I'm storefront stocking, I really look for um, one thing specifically, I should say. So when I'm in this on this listing and I'm looking at the different sellers that are selling it, um, when I'm storefront stocking, I only want to pull up storefronts that are, based on their number of reviews or ratings, whatever you want to call it, based on their number of reviews or ratings, that it looks like they're doing what I'm doing, which is OA, and a little bit of RA. But for this video, it's, strictly OA. So I want to be looking for people that, based on their reviews, and the number of reviews that they have look to be OA or RA sellers, right? Because I know that I can compete with them. I can find the same products that they're finding at the prices that they're able to find it for or better. If you don't know about me, then you should get to know about me. I really be getting them product costs down as much as humanly possible. But um, yeah, regardless, if you are looking at these different storefronts and you see sellers that have like 5,335 ratings, that's a ton of ratings, right? I'm just going to use the word ratings from here on out because yeah, I sort of mix up reviews, ratings, whatever. We're just going to say ratings. So it's a ton of ratings that this seller has. They could have been, selling on Amazon and doing OA for 10, 15 years. Maybe at that point they might have that many reviews, but that's an insane amount of reviews. So the more reviews that a seller has, the more likely they're doing wholesale, right? They're doing wholesale and I'm doing OA. The products aren't going to align, they're not going to match. The prices that they're able to get products for are subject to whatever deals with the distributors that they are buying from. I know that with OA I'm able to find a product online, use different methods to get the product cost down. But sometimes wholesalers and when you're looking at different listings, their products are obviously based on the price that they're selling them for. They're obviously able to be bought at a lower cost than what I'm able to find online, right? So I don't know, what these wholesalers, the distributors that they're using, the prices that they're getting the products for. So usually I don't even open up storefronts that have, thousands of reviews. 5,000, that's a lot. What I want to look for is a seller like this, 565. That is extremely doable with, just OA. And if you do OA for a long enough time, the amount of reviews that you can get is definitely 565 is possible, right? So, um, I really look for storefronts that have within, I say like 80 ratings slash reviews to about 750. If it's in that range, cool. I'll pull that seller's storefront up. But if it's anything more than that, or if it's thousands, I don't even like I would, just walk right past this, celebrate a live seller, right? I would pull up this storefront and then I'll go through the listing and 1,023 that's not too bad or too much higher than what I'm looking for. 295 beautiful, 216 banging products. Okay, let's see if you got some banging products. 250 urban. So I'm basically going through this list of sellers, right? And storefront stalking works best when you are when you find a profitable product, right? So you're doing let's say you're doing KPF searches. You're not doing an out of stock search, but maybe you're doing a list or a search that has low competition, or maybe like the offer count range is like 5 to 15. That's going to confirm that there's sellers on the listing. Let's say you find a profitable product doing KPF, or even you find a profitable product doing manual sourcing, what we did earlier. Uh, Finding that profitable product first is the greatest way, and the way that you should storefront stock. I know we just pulled up a random listing. I'm just doing this for example purposes, but when you're storefront stocking, you really want to be able to find a profitable product, know the website that you found it at, know the things that you did to make that product profitable. And then when you see the other, sellers that are on the listing, it's more likely that they did something similar to what you were able to do in order to find that profitable. Maybe they found the product at the same website. Maybe they used the same discount code, whatever the case is. But that's going to, show you a list of sellers that are doing some of the same things that you're doing. So pulling up those storefronts, if you find a product at Kohl's and you're storefront stalking and you pull up for a seller and you might see, because when we pull up a storefront, you might see a whole bunch of different brands that pop up that are also at Kohl's, right? So that's going to tell you that, maybe a lot of the products that they have listed are coming straight from Kohl's. And that's, great because you already know, what to do at Kohl's to get these products for the best prices. And then you can sort of storefront stock that way. But you never just want to randomly find a product and just start storefront stocking. Like you want to have a starting point. That starting point is the profitable product that you found first, right? So, but yeah, so what we have here is just, five different sellers' storefronts. What we're going to be able to see is the different brands that they're selling, the different products that they're selling, how many ASINs that they have listed. So a lot of uh, different information that can be useful. In another video, I'm going to take this method a step further and show you all a way that you can really squeeze a bunch of profitable products out of storefront stocking. But it's probably a method that you've never seen before. So definitely tune into the next video. But right here, we got Banging Products, their storefront. They have 63 ASINs listed. Their ratings, reviews, they got in 215 out of 92%. That's really good. But we can see the top categories that they're selling. So health and household, they have 16. Let's say that, this Nike product was profitable. We were able to find it. Now we can see that they have 10 Nike products listed. So now we're able to go through all of these other products that they have listed and pull up, each and every one of them and see if we're able to sell this product profitably as well. Again, it's easier to do this when you have found a profitable product from a website yourself, and then you start storefront stocking there. But you know, I, yeah, so that's the way that you need to do it. Like if you storefront stock from a random listing, you're going to just have a random sourcing session. Like, you probably won't, find much success in just pulling up random listings and trying to storefront stock because you have no idea what those storefronts, where they got their products, what they did to make the product profitable. But if find a profitable product using a specific method from a specific website, using specific methods to getting the product cost down, then you're going to be looking at a listing that all these other sellers probably did something similar to what you did. So now it's about going into those storefronts and finding other products that probably they probably did the same thing, the same methods, same technique that you can use as well. So those are three sourcing methods that are super beginner friendly. Again, Keepa Product Finder is one of my favorite sourcing methods to use. And still, and this is 4 years going on 5 years come October of me selling on Amazon. So, uh, and this is one of my top methods to this day. So, definitely give these three a try. If you are a complete beginner, I would recommend uh, KPF and finding a profitable product using KPF. and then storefront stalking from that profitable product. And then as you get good at those methods, add in some manual sourcing if see an email pop up with a site-wide sale that's going on. Certain things like that, give reason to manual source. You don't really want to just manual source for no reason. But if you all have made it this far, I appreciate you all for tuning in. I hope this video was very valuable. I'll just leave you all off with this. The more you source, the more products you're going to be able to find. So definitely become consistent with sourcing and try to lock in on one or two methods that you do over and over and over again. That's the only way you'll get better at sourcing and better at finding profitable products. And it will become easier and easier to find them the more you source and the more strategies you just have in the bag to be able to pull out at any point. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.
If you made it this far, let me just say you're someone who is different and hungry for success. And you're probably someone who is coachable and looking for the right information to take your Amazon FBA business to the next level and reach a full-time income. If this sounds like you, you're in luck, because I know exactly what it takes to reach a full-time income selling on Amazon. And not only have I done it myself, I've also helped many others do the same. If you're looking for one-on-one guidance and support in your journey, and you want to work with someone who wants success for you almost as bad as you want it yourself, click the link in the description to book a call with me today. I run a year-long coaching program that's catered to you and your goals, and you'll be equipped with everything needed to make your Amazon FBA business a full-time income. Whether you want to quit your 9-to-5 job and totally replace your current income, or you're just looking to supplement your income and make more money each month, you may be a good fit for the program. I wish I could, but I can't work with just any and everybody. Your goals and work ethic have to align with what I'm able to provide in the program and in our community. But book a call today and let's see if we can turn your Amazon FBA business up in 2025.